Mama told me I was special. Mama told me I was special. Mama told me I was special. Gotta love her for that.
Special Sundays radio show. I am your host, Miss Special. Right here on the phone lines, we got a very special guest. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
What up, what up? This is Omen. South City, Southside representative, you know, the whole rapper thing. Got to do a little rapper intro. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. He finally got you on the show. Been a fan for a long, long time. Of course, we have to talk about it. Talk to J. Cole about it. The warm-up got me through basically, man, the hardest part of my life. So I just wanted to thank you for your verse because I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then you released your own project, Afraid of Heights. Can you guess what my favorite track on that project was? I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
I don't know. I'm trying to, do I say special in any song?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Oh, Mama told me I was special. I'm tripping.
Yay! And then I read that you wrote that song during a food fight?
Yeah, we were, I was actually on the tour, this is when Cole was on tour with Rihanna. And I was really just working on the project on that tour. Like, I wasn't performing. I was just on the bus with them, recording and writing.
Nice.
And, yeah, it was just, I think it was after the show, and they were just being clowns. But I was in a zone, like, so it didn't really matter. It was crazy that I was able to write that in the midst of that food fight. But if you see the video, I think they put it out. Like, you see me get pissed when they started throwing food at my computer, because I'm like, they don't realize what I'm writing. But they're having fun, so I can't really get mad. But it was fun, though.
Were food fights like a typical thing that happened, or was it just a one-time thing?
They really weren't. That was just like that one-time occurrence, which is weird. But you know, and they, oh my God, y'all really could have saw how they trashed their room. It was terrible.
Oh my goodness, crazy, crazy stuff. And then you posted a picture on Instagram of the lyrics to Window. Do you write out all your lyrics like on paper, or what's your writing process?
Not all of them. A majority of them I do, just because, like, that's how I started, and because, you know, I see those Tupac books and all the little books artists have, like, you know, rock and roll artists, when they, you know, when they retire or they pass away, they have that left behind. So I do want that, but I do have lyrics. There are times where I write my phone, or I write, like, little lines on my phone, or on my computer. But majority of the time, I really write in a notebook. I just like the nostalgia of that.
Yeah, it looks cool, and like you said, like it's something that carries on through time. So that's super, super dope. Now, of course, we got to get to the new project that's coming, Elephant Eyes.
Yes, Elephant Eyes. I'm in the early stages. Just kind of like in experimentation mode, just really finding what I want the sound to be.
Nice.
I will say that I guess the difference. I was just thinking about the difference between this and the other. My first project, Do the Right Thing, was like, I was really just trying to show people I could rap, like, oh, he can rap. And then Delayed was kind of like showing I could do songs. And then the last project, Afraid of Heights, was like my grand showcase to show, like, okay, he can do songs, he can do concepts, the production, he can do, just showing all that as an artist. And this is more so, I guess, like fine-tuning what I feel like my true strengths are as an artist, what differentiates me as an artist. I'm thinking about making it an EP. I go back and forth between making an EP and a full project, but I want to put something out this summer, so it's probably going to be an EP.
Nice. And then are you going to be the only producer again, or you haven't really decided yet?
So far I am, but it doesn't have to be that way. If I come across somebody else with a sound that fits the project, then I'm definitely open to that. Because I feel like the sound so far is different from Afraid of Heights. And, I mean, it's similar in some ways because it's still me doing the production, but just the things I'm aiming for are different from the normal sound you would get from your typical hip-hop producer.
Nice. And then, of course, on the last project you were saying, like, you just really want to show yourself, what you've been doing in the last 3 projects. So you didn't really have a lot of features. Now that you're more known, are you thinking about doing other features, or are you really just going to carry it alone again?
I guess that's just the same kind of situation. Like, if it's something that organically happens, I'm definitely open to it. When you are an artist to do your own production, you're used to crafting the whole song. So you're not used to writing a song with just one verse. And so it can be difficult sometimes for you to even think of, oh, this person will work on this song. I do want to work with certain people, so it's like, even if it doesn't go on this project.
That's very interesting, because I've never heard people talk about it like that. Like, you're not used to writing just one verse. So that's super interesting. I like that. That's crazy. And then, of course, we got to ask, since you mentioned it, who are you looking to work with later on?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot of the legends, if I can catch them, you know, before they are done. As far as newer people, I definitely want to work with Blue. He's one of my favorites. Yeah. Schoolboy Q, Absol, the whole TD, did the song with Kendrick. I want to work with Devin the Dude. A lot of people wouldn't expect that, but Devin the Dude is dope to me. Like, I love this music for a long time.
That's super dope. And then I think, you know, the whole Chicago thing, I think you should team up with BJ, the Chicago kid.
You know what's crazy about that is, he was supposed to be on Afraid of Heights, but...
Oh, my goodness!
For whatever reason, couldn't get to him in time to finish it. But I ran into him a little later in the airport, which it was really weird. It was like a 6 a.m. flight, and he just happened to be directly behind me. And I was like, yo, are you BJ the Chicago King? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yo, I'm Omen. Like, we were supposed to work, such and such. And so we've kept in touch. Like, we definitely got to work at some point, because his voice, his music is incredible. Just like a throwback, soulful, you know, something we're definitely missing today. And just the fact that he's from Chicago makes it even, you know, that much better.
You've said that there's going to be a lot of growth on Elephant Eyes and more of like your own sound. Is there a concept like there was with Afraid of Heights?
No, I guess that's one of the bigger differences is like, I think because Afraid of Heights was so thought out, like at least for me, it was so thought out, like in terms of the titles having a deep meaning and the songs, the concepts. I really, for this project, it's more so about just going with what feels right. Because I feel like that's really when I do my best music. It's like, at least my favorite songs of mine, like a Lift Me or Beyond or even the Mama Told Me, like those songs, they just really, they weren't thought out. They weren't overthought. It just was a feeling. I started writing or I started doing the beat. And so that's really the direction I'm going for this. It's like, even with the title, a lot of people asked me, they thought it was really something deep, which it could be, I mean, if you interpret it that way, but it's really just the nickname my friend used to call me. They used to call me Elephant Eyes because they felt like, basically, that my eyes looked like the elephants, which is kind of weird, but it's kind of true if you look at an elephant eye. I got some weird eyes, I guess. It really was just, it felt right. Like, the fact that you could draw a lot of different interpretations from that title, that's really the same direction I'm going with the music in terms of it's what feels right. When I hear this song, does this feel like something I've never heard before? That's really the feeling I'm going for.
And then, of course, you do a lot of samples, a lot of crazy samples. Where do you think you got your most rare sample?
Good question. I think Enchanted is probably, I'm not going to say it's the craziest sample, but I'm not going to give away the source.
Come on!
Only because, like, I want people to find it. The fact that nobody's found it yet means a lot to me. Because even when I played that for the whole team, they were like, yo, how did you hear that in the sample to flip that? And so it's like, I think that's probably one of my, I guess, prouder moments is because I think maybe a week or two before that, we were all in the studio on whosample.com just listening to like Primo and Kanye and how they had flipped certain samples. We're like, yo, how did they hear this like this? And then a week or two later, you know, we're playing Enchanted and we're doing the same thing. And they're like, yo, somebody's going to be doing this on Who Sample, like, to see how you flipped it. But the fact that nobody to this day has even found the sample yet, you know, that's dope. I will say that it's a Brazilian artist. I will say that. It's a Brazilian artist.
Okay. So now we have the challenge going. It's going down. I'm looking. A Brazilian artist. And then what else you got next to the people? Of course, Elephant Eyes, shows coming up, anything of that nature? Or just really working on the project?
I mean, really just working on the project. I bumped into GLC about a week ago. So I was supposed to work with him. I got a song with a boss, who's also part of the Dreamville family.
Definitely. So that about does it for Special Sundays. Stay special.
For Special Sundays radio show every Sunday 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and everything special, check out specialsundays.com.